There you go, friends. Hi, Doc South here. And well, of course, in the middle of the Corona's 19 virus situation we're in at the moment. And whew, I know it's got a lot of people down, as well it should. It's a scary disease, horrible illness should you catch it. Must be awful, maybe even worse if it's someone you know who has it, someone you love. It's tough, and it's got people shook, and I got to say I don't blame people for being upset and scared. One thing though that does help if you can do it. Now maybe you can't, maybe you can, but I got to thinking a little while ago about how when I probably a low point, a very low point in my life was when I had gotten a divorce from my first wife. I was without my kids, not much money. Things were tough. And I found I had always known that I had a penchant for rescue work. I in Pennsylvania, back when I was married to my first wife, I took an EMT course, passed it, felt pretty good about it. I was trying to start a rescue squad in my little village out there in Pensy, and but then the divorce happened, and I wound up through various circumstances living down in the Carolinas, and alone, not a friend in town, no money to speak of, and frankly, a job that I didn't really care that much for, and it was tough. What I did was in a I guess in a moment of enlightenment, I went and joined a rescue squad, the city of Wilson, North Carolina's rescue squad, and became had to become a North Carolina EMT. Didn't take that long. I did it, and I ran with that squad for the whole time I lived in that wonderful city, Wilson, North Carolina, and there. I know that in my case, anyway, I might be. We had to pull overnight duty. Generally, the volunteers did that, and so you'd stay in the bunks. They had like a bunk room, and I'd be laying in bed there thinking, "Oh my God, everything's so I've, I've got so much weighing on me." And then the phone would ring, and we'd have to go out on a call and go take care of someone who was maybe having a heart attack. Maybe there was a shooting somewhere, a bad auto wreck, train wreck, whatever. And I'd immerse myself in helping those people. And, and with the camaraderie of my fellow squad members, I actually found that kind of stuff, after I did it, I felt kind of good about myself, and my attitude was better. And I felt better about life in general. The As bad as I had it, I was still breathing, and if you're breathing, well, there's still hope. That kind of, yeah. In other words, I felt better for helping. My advice for you, if you're looking at this again situation we're in with the coronavirus, what you might want to do is think of ways. If it's really got you down, you might want to think of ways of fighting it, and helping others. And honestly, I think it will help you. I think it will help you feel better. And you might actually, if I were to pick my favorite time in my life, besides the obvious things of my kids being born, raising them, that kind of thing, finding Sandy, that kind of thing. If I were to pick other than that, my happiest time, it was when I ran with that squad. And I'll tell you, we saw some things make your flesh crawl. And yet, I felt good about doing what I could to help. And it made a big difference in my life. I got to say, it did. It might do the same thing for you. I don't know what you could do. I know a lot of folks are out there making, what do you call it, face masks for those, for seniors, for hospital workers, etc. They're bringing meals to the hospitals, to the to the care centers. They're doing there's so much that people are doing. You might want to think of something you could do, and then join the happy throng of people that are doing what they can to fight back. Maybe food pantries. That would be your pension. Maybe you could offer. You could get a test to show that you're free of the virus, and maybe you could drive people to go, to go see relatives, or maybe you wouldn't mind helping out at a funeral home to make their those who died funeral a little bit more dignified and proper. There's a million things that you can think of. Working at a food pantry, perhaps maybe figuring out ways to raise some money to help those that are out of work, badly out of work. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot you could do. And I know I saw some ladies doing all sorts of neat cakes. She had a bakery shop that it made wedding cakes. Well, no one can do a wedding right now, so she's taken her expertise at cake making and making nice cakes that maybe you could give to a crew in an ER, or maybe at someone who's helping the sick one way or another. You give them a cake, make their life better, happier. Maybe arrange drive-by birthday parties if you're part of maybe an auxiliary to the fire department. Imagine how a kid would feel seeing the fire trucks go by, everybody hollering happy birthday to him. He couldn't have a party, but here's the drive-through. You see what I'm saying? It's a million things if you put your head to it. And just thinking about it will be kind of fun for you. That's what I'm saying. There's maybe writing stories, and like I do. My YouTube videos are really just an attempt to make people happier, and doing them makes me quite happy. I'm sure you've got talent that way. Tell a few stories and post them on your Facebook page if need be. You see what I'm saying? Okay, good. Well, yeah, no. For instance, like Sandy, my wife Sandy, she sells at flea markets. There's not much going to be going on for flea markets for a while, and she could be gloomy about it. But you know what? She's tending. It's her passion at the moment to make the house safe for when I get home from the somewhat dangerous job I'm doing, working in a local supermarket. Speaking of supermarkets, there's a lot of people running these necessary stores. They're working very hard. They don't have a whole lot of money. Most workers in any retail outlet don't have a bucket of money. Maybe you could raise a few bucks, and you go and get pizzas for them for their lunch. Don't even tell anybody who it is. You just hear from a friend. And they up in the break room, they've got a couple of pepperonis, one mushroom, and a couple of regular pies to eat. And they'll be thinking all day, who the heck did this? Boy, that was nice. You see what I'm saying? Okay. But Sandy, for instance, she has this thing now where she's taking care of the house. She used to actually work cleaning houses. Now what she does is, when I come home from working in what could be a contaminated zone, so far no, but it could be, she hits me at the door, looks at, I walk through actually she comes out to the door, and it's the happiest part of my day, honestly, because she comes out of the door, out the front door, if I get home late, early, whatever, and she says, okay, she says, I'll get your stuff. And she's got gloves on and stuff, all the my face mask, my gloves, my uniform and things, and she's and any groceries I may have bought, and she carries them in behind me. I get in the house, and she says, "Okay, now get in the bedroom and take your clothes off right now." I said, "What? Really? Cool." She says, "No, not that." She says, "Get them off, and there's a bucket in there. Throw them in the bucket." And she comes in to supervise. Well, she is my wife, so, and I throw the clothes in the bucket. Says, "You got them all? How about those socks of yours?" "Yeah, okay, and your shoes too. Get them in there." "And where's your face mask?" I said, "Well, the one you made for me." "Yeah." She says, "Throw that in there." "Gloves, where's your gloves?" "Okay." And I'm standing, I'm kind of standing there a little, like the day I was born. only uglier. And she hauls the clothes. Next you know, she's doing the clothes. I'm getting into my pajamas, and because my skin's relatively safe, because I don't think the bacteria gets through all the clothing I'm wearing. I wear it quite a bit working in frozen and dairy, and she has supper ready, or I knock out something that I'm going to fix, and I sit there and eat. Go to bed. She gives me a kiss, and we're off to Betty bye, shall you say? But the thing is it's something I can, after what 25 years, I kind of know when my wife's happy, and she seems to be happy doing that. It's what she looks forward to, and she's all over the house cleaning this and that, and so far, knock wood, we've been relatively free of any trouble from the virus. You might want to consider some of these thoughts. Find something you like to do and see if there's some way you can share it or use it to make other people happier. I don't know, I'm just saying. And you'll look back, maybe not with fondness to these days, but you'll look back and you'll be proud of yourself. And it will give you a smile. It will give you a smile. Okay, there you go. Other than that, I hope you're all feeling well, and people in your life are relatively virus free. I certainly hope that's the case. And till we meet again, Doc South signing off. God bless. Bye now.